Hey guys, what's going on? Waseem back here with another fragrance video. Today I'm going to be doing a review of Versace's Man. Versace's Man, don't get that confused with Versace's Man and Fresh. Man and Fresh is in the same line to this and it is a flanker to this fragrance. This one came out first. Versace's Man and Fresh is, by its name, a fresh citrus fragrance for the summer. Whereas Versace's Man is more of a darker, woodier, spicier scent for the winter time. Two very completely different fragrances. Versace's Man and Fresh, I'll probably review that in the summer, but for now I'm reviewing Versace's Man. So Versace's Man was released in the year 2003 and is classified as a woody spicy. The nose or perfume behind this scent is Donatelle Michelin. If I pronounce that incorrectly, please do forgive me. Donatelle Michelin has created another fragrance you might be aware of, which is Boss in Motion from the house of Hugo Boss. So Versace's Man, what's the fragrance all about? So Fragrantica describes this scent to be an elegant scent inspired by the charismatic and temperamental man, which has a Latino vibe due to its tobacco note and its oriental surroundings. So tobacco note, oriental surroundings and a Latino vibe kind of reminds you of another designer tobacco scent, which is Pure Havana by Thierry Mugler. Do those two fragrances share any similarities? Guys, not at all. This is not like Pure Havana at all, and I will touch upon this later on into the review. Let's talk about the notes, guys. At the top, you're going to get neroli, bergamot, pepper, and angelica. The heart of the fragrance is cardamom and saffron, with the base being amber, labdanum, cashmere wood, and tobacco. So what do I really get on my skin from Versace's Man? For me, Versace's Man opens up with a lot of freshness with a medicinal vibe. Now, the clean freshness that I get in the opening is down to the note of the bergamot. With the medicinal vibe, I'm not really sure where that's coming from. And along with this freshness and the medicinal vibe, I get some very gentle woods. I mean, very faint and gentle, along with some subtle spice. Now the spice in the opening is very much in the background at this stage. The opening for me is very clean and fresh, with a very peculiar and strange medicinal vibe to it. In the opening, if I could describe this scent, it really smells like this very smoky, wet grape shisha. It has that really grape sort of shisha vibe. If you're not aware of what shisha is, I believe it's called hookah in North America. It's a type of a tobacco sort of pipe that you smoke. You have like shisha lounges. Google it if you don't know what I'm talking about, but it really has that grape shisha sort of vibe in the opening. As the fragrance develops into the heart, that grape shisha, smoky, wet tobacco sort of vibe carries on into the heart, where the scent starts becoming darker and a lot richer, with the spiciness, which was very much in the background in the opening, becoming more intensified. The clean freshness that you get in the opening has very much subsided at this stage, with the medicinal vibe also subsiding as well. So in the heart, it's very much a spicier scent, with the note of saffron really dominating in the heart. As the fragrance develops in the dry down, I feel like the grape shisha sort of vibe which you had in the opening and the heart starts to subside, and it starts becoming even more spicier into the dry down. And at this stage in the dry down, the tobacco really makes its introduction. The tobacco and the saffron are really the main players in the dry down of this scent, along with this really gentle amber. Now when I'm talking about an amber, this amber gives it a lot of warmth, a lot of smoothness, and a touch of powderiness as well. However, you must take into account that the spiciness of the saffron and tobacco are very much prominent. A lot of tobacco based scents have a lot of sweetness to them. For example, like I've said initially, Pure Havana has the note of tobacco with honey, tonka bean and vanilla. You have tobacco vanille, which is characterized by the tobacco, the vanilla and the tonka bean. You've got Herod, which has if I'm not mistaken, tobacco and honey as well. You have Naxos, which has tobacco and honey as well. So a lot of the fragrances I've just mentioned have tobacco and a sweetness to it, and the sweetness and the tobacco are mostly hand in hand. Sometimes the sweetness is more intensified than the note of tobacco. It's not in this case at all. Versace's Man is very much the tobacco and saffron spiciness is very much in the forefront, with the amber being very much in the background, just giving a little bit of smoothness to the scent, a little bit of warmth, and a touch of sweetness as well, just to calm down the spiciness a little bit so that it's not overpowering at all. Just imagine it being a perfect yin to the yang. It's not completely balanced. The spiciness of the tobacco and the saffron very much in the background, forefront, like I've said, but it's not overbearing to a touch due to a touch of amber. Amber providing some warmth, smoothness, and a little bit of sweetness. And it's this spiciness of the tobacco and saffron which very much characterizes this scent for me. It's like this for duration of the scent. However, in deep into the lifetime of the scent, about the last hour or so when this lasts on my skin, the spiciness really do calm down, and the amber starts becoming the most prominent note for the last hour of the scent, where the amber is very much more like a sweet vanilla. So that's what I really get from this scent. You get this wet rape shisha sort of vibe, very medicinal in the opening, very fresh, which becomes spicier and spicier as the fragrance develops, where in the end it's more about the tobacco and the saffron with a touch of warmness from the amber. So what do I get in terms of performance? For me, Versace's Man is excellent. I get around 8 to 10 hours of longevity, with the projection being excellent for the 6 hour for the first 6 hours or so. When I say excellent, I'm not saying it's beast mode, and it's not average either. It's between average and beast mode. It really does push out. It leaves a great scent trail, and you can really smell yourself most of the day. After the 6 hour marks, it sits a little bit closer to the skin and becomes more in the moderate range. However, in terms of performance, I wasn't disappointed by this scent at all. In terms of seasons, this one is perfect for fall and winter. I've been wearing this a lot this winter, and it's a perfect scent for this time of the year. It's spicy and it has that warmness to it as well, which I absolutely loved. So this is great for daytime or nighttime wear during the fall and winter. In terms of occasions, I feel this is perfect for dates, perfect for casual wearings, formal wearings, nights out as well. Pretty much any occasions, this one would be perfect in my opinion. It could even work as a work scent. I did test this a lot at the office and I didn't get any negative reactions, so I couldn't say this is not good for the office. So, you know, it can be worn at the office as well. For me, it's a solid fragrance for the winter time. If I'm going to give it an overall rating, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I was really impressed by this scent. It gets overshadowed and overlooked by its more popular flanker, Versace's Man and Fresh. This one doesn't really get much talk about on YouTube at all, but for me this is a very underrated scent. One of the best tobacco designer scents I've actually tried. There's a lot of tobacco based scents out there which use the sweetness a lot more than the tobacco. However, this one really has that lovely strong tobacco sort of vibe, which is not too overpowering due to a very subtle amber. Definitely want to check out. Great scent, solid scent for the winter time. I believe you can pick this one up for a reasonable price as well. Good performance as well, and quite versatile, and it's quite unique for a designer scent as well. Definitely want to check out. That's going to get a rating of 4 out of 5. Guys, hope you enjoyed this review. Until next time, see you later.